Hey guys, good morning. Shauna here. I am headed out. I'm going to run some errands today, one of which I'm really excited to share with you, but as of right now, I'm not sure that I can. So today is going to be just shopping and errands. I'm going to take you along. I'm going to chat with you a bit and hopefully show you some really exciting stuff. Before we go any further, guys, please scroll down, hit that big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As you can tell, I am driving and I am out. I am just running some errands. I had some plans. There is a homeschool bookstore near-ish me. So it's like about an hour's drive. I mean, maybe not an hour. It's near. So what I wanted to do is I just want to go there, check it out, scope it out. Well, here's the deal. I had some other errands, like weird errands in that area that I could run to give me great justification for knocking it all out in one day. I was totally planning to bring the girls, but my husband said that he didn't have any meetings this morning. So what he'll do is he'll actually sit in his office, leave the door open. That way, if they need anything, they know they can go to Dad. But I have left the girls with their expectations, what I am hoping they get done. For the most part, when I've done this, and I think this will actually be the longest period of time that I've gone, it's usually like a quick grocery store run, something like that, doctor's appointment, dentist, whatever. For the most part, when I leave them with their expectations, because what we do is so consistent, they know what's expected of them. And especially my big kid, there's very little that she needs a lot of help on, especially once we get to the end of the week, because by then, her math lesson is done, language arts is done, things like that. So by the end of the week, she's exceptionally self-sufficient with her schoolwork. She's also knocking on 9 years old. She's about to be 9. So she is totally set up in the world. She can do it. She understands. Again, we're very consistent. And so she knows what to do. The little one, a little more hit or miss. But everybody knows. I told everybody what I expect of them. So we'll see how it goes. For the most part, the girls are really great at least trying to do as I've asked. So if they have, 75% success rate, that's good enough for me because I think that's realistic, right? Like, I'm leaving a 4-year-old and a 9-year-old to do their schoolwork on their own. Is that really? Yeah. No. Really, and I would say their track record is honestly like 90% when I've left them with the expectation. So I am counting that as a win. So we will see how it goes today. But like I said, for the most part, honestly, I just asked them to review things. I asked Marilyn to review her words from All About Reading that are under the review tab, to read with her sister the stories for the next lesson, because it's just reading those stories. And Amelia's super awesome and stoked to help her with reading, to help her with anything. She loves the whole, I'm teaching my little sister. So read the stories and then work on the math lesson that we've been working on all week, which in math you see is +1 right now. I think it's week 14, and I can't believe, or lesson 14, not week 14. Lesson 14, I can't believe we're already there, but she did breeze through a lot of this stuff really early. So, a lot of the early stuff really quickly. So basically, girls are set up. Paul is super available in the house. No one needs to worry. I did not leave them alone. And Mom is out going to go run some errands. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop by a hardware store. You guys know I'm a hairstylist by trade. Well, of course, I still cut hair for family. And my shears, y'all, they are so stinking dull, which, if you're not familiar with the trade, you may not know, is a huge flippin' deal, because what happens is when you go to cut, they're usually, exceptionally sharp and awesome, but when I'm going to cut right now, they're just kind of bending my hair and it's miserable, and I'm about done with that. So I have needed desperately to find a good shear sharpener, or any shear sharpener, But I've struggled with this. And so I finally found a place. So I am taking like 6 pairs of shears to go drop them off. There's like a 2-week turnaround, which is totally fine. So we'll see how it goes. It's basically a hardware store that has a sharpening service come in and do pickups and drop off. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. So that is like halfway to where I'm going to the homeschool bookstore. Okay. So I'll stop there, drop these off, head on over. On my way there to the homeschool bookstore, I am going to swing by and see one of my absolute favorite people on the face of the planet. She is my cousin. She is giving me another sweet and adorable niece this coming week. She has made, I don't even know why or how she got inspired to do this, guys, but she's been making hot cocoa bombs. And she made them through Christmas, through the winter, sold like gangbusters. She's been making unicorn ones, and now she's doing Valentine's. So she said that she wanted to get together and give me one before she had the baby. Well, she is also, guys, she's been making homemade marshmallows. Now, this is not something I know how to do, not something I've ever looked into, and as far as I know, I've never had one. But she made them and cut them out in little heart shapes to put in the bombs because, I mean, you know, who at 9 months pregnant doesn't have the time or energy to do that with 2 other kids, right? Yeah, so she did that, cut out the hearts, and then she has marshmallow scraps. So I'm going to steal some of those because she loves me. So I am heading to get my shear sharpened, my Valentine's cocoa bomb, and my marshmallow scraps, and then heading right on over to the homeschool bookstore. Now, I asked them, I called ahead because I just wanted to give them the heads up. So I called ahead. I called on Tuesday. They're open for the week starting on Tuesday. So I called ahead and I asked them, I just said, hey, you know, I'm planning to come in. Would you be okay with me filming? And they took down all of my information because as far as I know, I don't think I spoke to the person in charge. So they took down all of my information and said they were going to do some research on, you know, the channel, the site, whoever I am, and get back to me. Well, they haven't got back to me yet. So I am not sure if they're okay with me sharing. If they are not, I absolutely am not going to violate that trust. I will just tell you what they had, things like that afterwards. And I'm not sure that they're going to be okay with me sharing their info, so I may not. I'm hoping that when I get there and ask again, they are receptive and you know, let me do it. But I am by no means going to go against their wishes if that's just not what they wish to happen. So I am headed over there. That's the last stop. And again, I'm hoping they let me share. I've heard great things. I've heard that they have a lot of the things that I talk about, a great secular section, new and used. So I am just hoping that I can share with you guys. But if I can't, I'll at least give you some updates on that. Okay, so that's coming up. Guys, stay tuned. Okay, friends, I made it over and I dropped off my shears to get them sharpened. And guys, this is one of those things that I have needed to do for so long, like a year, 2 years, but I use them so infrequently that it's just not been a pressing enough issue to find a place to get them sharpened. But I finally did it. So I'm really hoping, being that I dropped off every single pair of shears that I own, that it goes well. Because there's a lot of money tied up in stylish shears if you don't know. Hopefully it goes well, and I'm super proud of myself because that's one of those things that I've been putting off that just, you know, sits at the back of your brain and nags at you. So good job me, pat on my back. We'll see how it goes. But yay, I did it. Next up, we are gonna make a little pit stop past a little certain Disney outlet to see if we can help the Easter Bunny in his pursuit of items. Here in Houston, we have some fantastic, like I said, like outskirts of Houston, but we have some fantastic outlet malls that have like designer stores. We've got Houston Premium Outlets and then some Tanger outlets. If you guys don't know about outlet malls, they are like the best thing ever, and they have everything. But these are like nicer, high quality stores. One of the things that we used to go to the outlet mall for was to get stride right tennis shoes for my girls. I love them. They had Disney princess ones that would light up, and they were shiny, but they were durable. The toe was reinforced, but they also were made for a kid's foot, versus so many shoe companies that basically make the same shoes and size them down for kids. These shoes were made with kids' feet, kids' growing feet, their different mobility capabilities in mind. So you could get the same size in like a crawler or a walker. I miss Stride Right shoes so much. And I think there's like a brand of them, Stride Right Surprise, that's being sold at Target, but in my opinion, it's not the same. But the outlet deals were always fantastic because it was like buy one, get one 40% off. So we would buy one and then get the next size 40% off, and it was a steal. And I miss them, is what you need to know. Basically, I miss Stride Right shoes for my kids, but now my kids probably really don't need them. I just miss them. I miss the little princess light up tennis shoes that they had. Anyways, that was a total tangent, information you didn't need. Next up, Disney store. Stopped at the Disney store at the outlets. Well, the online hours open at 10. The sign out front of this establishment says that the center doesn't open until 11 today. Well, guys, we are 11 months into this pandemic. If retailers could get with Google and just let us know what the plans are, and I totally respect plans can change, things are short-staffed, may not always be the case, get it, love it, good, on board with it. But if we could at least attempt to update the operating hours, that'd be great. So instead, I will either, haven't decided yet, be heading back up this way to go to this outlet mall again, because I like the outlet mall, or I'd like to shop the Disney stuff on clearance, especially princess dresses. You can get them like $15 steal. It's like saves you like $50. If I decide to come back this way, then I'll come back over here. If not, there is one by the homeschool bookstore that I want to go to. However, it is inside a mall. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. But it's Thursday morning. It'll be right when they open, so it shouldn't be an issue, theoretically. Or I might just put this off for another day, but I was like excited. So we'll see. Anyways, next up is to go pick up some sweet treats from my sweet cousin, and then on to the other things, guys. That's the plan. I'm gonna take you along. Okay, leaving the mall. I did not wind up getting anything because anything I wanted wasn't on sale, but I was at least able to see it in person and decide what I'm going for. So now I can just stalk the website and see if it goes on sale. Yay! Hey guys, got a little turned around, so it took me a little bit longer than expected to get here, but I'm here, and now I'm gonna go in and ask really nicely if they'll let me film, but I don't know. So if they do, I will be happy to share. If not, then I will respect their wishes, because that's the right thing to do. But I hope they let me share, because it's so rare to find homeschool resources, and to be able to look at and see them in person is like gold. So if I can't share, I will share. I had called ahead and asked if I could film at this local homeschool bookstore just while I was here. And I did call ahead to ask because I felt like that was the respectful thing. But they never got back to me. Well, 2 days later, so not huge, I guess. So when I got here, I just went ahead and asked if I could, you know, just film inside the store while I walked around, while I looked for things to see what they had to offer, yada yada. And the owner said that they're not interested in doing any collaborations or anything like that, which in absolute honesty was not anything that I was asking for. I was really just wanting to be able to show you guys what all can be available when you are lucky enough to be near a brick and mortar homeschool store, because it is rare. But the upside of not being able to film in there and not going to mention specifically where this is that they didn't have a whole lot that aligns with our theory on education. So that just makes that little bit of burn, rejection, whatever you want to call it, that little bit a little bit easier, because while they did have some Evan products and Story of the World, which are neutral, they did not have anything that was secular. So the likelihood that I would be largely sharing them at all anyway, pretty slim. So that's it, y'all. Did not get to film in the homeschool bookstore, but that's okay. I am going to encourage you all, if you get the opportunity, look around and see if near you, remotely near you, somewhere you're going on vacation, anything like that, if there is a place that is quite possibly somewhere you'll be in the vicinity of that is a homeschool bookstore. If you get the opportunity, get in there. This store had new and used, so that's kind of a really interesting resource to be able to have. So, you know, it's an opportunity. If nothing else, it's an opportunity to walk around, look around. But like I said, they didn't want me to share, so I'm not going to. All right, guys. Now just heading home and getting on with the rest of our day. I have been gone, like, by the time I get home, like 4 hours. So I am hoping that the girls have been very kind to Dad. But we'll see. So, guys, thanks for coming along on my random day of being out and about. You know what? I did actually purchase 2 things. Let me show you what I purchased. This book about the only woman who was in the Alamo, and Voices of the Alamo, because next year, 4th grade here in Texas is Texas history, and I'm super excited to teach that. So some little just like picture books, storybooks to get us into that. So excited. So guys, I hope that you found anything here helpful, entertaining, or informative. A little bit different style of video than I normally post, but hopefully you had fun coming along on my day, my quiet background noise day. If you did, please scroll down, hit that big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Bye.